The truth of the matter is, guys, hungry is not enough. You have to be starving. And that's the problem, guys. How bad is it? How bad do you want what it is you say you want? What are you willing to go through to get it? Everybody's hungry, right? Hungry just ain't enough, though. Like in order to get what you want these days, you have to be starving, right? You have to be willing to go that extra mile. Everybody is saying I'm hungry, especially in today's age, right? You've been hungry all your life. We all have. Well, not all of us. A lot of us have, right? A lot of us that's doing things to better themselves. A lot of us that's doing things to excel in their lives are hungry, right? That's what we call hungry. But again, guys, hungry is not enough, because everybody around you thinks like you, that thinks like me, are also hungry, and they watching you, right? They're gonna try to outwork you, right? They're gonna try to do something a little bit better than you, which means you have to be starving. Hungry is not enough. You have to go that extra mile. You have to dream what you believe in. You have to go to bed thinking about this thing. You have to wake up thinking about this thing. When you say your prayers before you go to bed, you have to pray for these things. And everything that you do, I don't care what it is, you have to see a vision for these things. And you gotta act on them, right? Everybody's hungry, man, right? But all of us ain't starving. It takes a certain type of energy to be starving, right? Certain people will make you feel that energy where you want to do something greater than yourself, something greater than you've ever done before, right? But in order to succeed in doing it, you have to be starving, man, because somebody else is also thinking the same way. They want that same job for that same interview that you went for, right? Even for those of us who are working a normal 9 to 5, right? In order to excel where you at, you have a bunch of team members around you that's thinking the same thing, but they just hungry, right? You, on the other hand, need to think differently, right? You, on the other hand, are willing to dig deep within and unleash that starving salvation from within. That's what I'm talking about. You have to be starving. You want that promotion? So does the next woman. So does the next guy. But they're a little bit hungrier than you, man. The bosses are paying a little bit more closer attention to them than they are to you. Why? They starving, right? You already know what it's like to be hungry, right? This is what you've been all this time. It's time to get out of that mold, right? You got to get hungrier to the point where you are starving. You got to look at that person that you seeing excelling and get that same starvation that they have, because they're not hungry anymore. They are starving. That's why they're being recognized. They're sleeping this thing, right? They're dreaming this thing, right? And you're staying stagnated year after year after year because you're still just only hungry. Hunger is not enough, my friend. You gotta be starving. You gotta put your left foot in front of your right foot and move forward, right? You gotta do all those things that we speak about that make you uncomfortable, because you do have the desire within. You have the fire within, but you just hungry. You still just hungry. Your hunger, or your starvation, I should say, has to be to the point where you can't think about nothing else. And every move you make should be in alignment with whatever that goal is you have for yourself, whatever it might be, right? You got to see all the people around you in your mind, because there's other people trying to do the same thing. But are they hungry as you? Are they starving? Most times not. Most people are just hungry. And that's why we stay stagnated year after year after year in the same position. That's why there's no growth. That's why there's no development. Right? Because we still just hungry. Right? You gotta get starving. Understand, every living breath that you take should be doing something in alignment with what your passion and desires are. I don't care if it's reading a book, studying, right? Watching somebody else's craft, right? Whatever it takes to boil that starvation within is what you need to be doing. Because hungry, my guys, is not enough. You know you're not going anywhere but where you are just being hungry. Right? Nobody's appreciating that hunger anymore. Right? Think about it. They see it in everybody. Right? But people recognize that starvation. Right? Because you going that extra mile. You up a little earlier than the next man. Right? You working out a few hours later than the next woman. Right? You're honing your craft every single day because you are starving. Hunger is not enough for you, right? Being starving means you are willing to go that extra mile, guys. Being starving means knowing the people around you are hungry as you, right? I said it earlier. They watching you. Because they know you hungry. Right? They hungry too. This is why I say you have to be starving. You can't let a minute of your time be wasted. All of us look at, life like we don't have a lot of time. Look, you've been here on this earth all these years hungry. Right? Take your time. Be patient with yourself. But be starving. Right? Use your time wisely. You have days off just like me. There shouldn't be no days off. Right? Whatever it is you're trying to apply yourself to, those days off are the days you should be extra applying. Even when you are working. Just like I am. I don't care what it is you're doing. While you at work, you should be thinking about how to apply extra things. You should be applying extra thoughts into what it is you are trying to do on your own and for yourself. Right? That's starving. Right? Multitask. Right? And remember, each time you're doing these things, remember, thinking this is for me. Right? This is for me. And because of that, I am starving. I don't care what nobody else is doing. Right? That has to be your selfish mindset. Because this is for you. Selfishness. Everybody talks down on. Man, sometimes you need to be selfish in order to grow. Right? You've been hungry long enough. You watched them eat while you starved. Right? While you sat around and wished you could get a plate. They ate while you starved, man. Think about it. But you can't blame them. You have to blame yourself because you are just hungry. And that there is the problem. My friend, you have to be starving. Because believe you, they not passing the plate backwards. Right? They gonna keep eating while you starve.